all-time favorites, AM 650 is CISL Vancouver. And now, it's Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650. Now broadcasting from the Barber & Co. studios. Here's your host, Tyler Grain.
Welcome to Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. Second half kickoff brought to you by Global Scarves, producing soccer scarves for over 40 years. Get scarves for your local club, organization, school, business, globalscarves.com. The show has scarves. Now you can too. globalscarves.com. Email brad@globalscarves. Good evening. My name's Tyler Green. We are broadcasting from the Barber & Co. studios, barberandco.ca. We'll talk with Martin Rennie, former Whitecaps head coach, at 11:15 about his next journey in the world of coaching. Some World Cup retrospective from goalkeeper Asmir Begovic at 11:30, who, of course, played for Bosnia, faced Lionel Messi. Was he the golden ball winner? Was he deservedly so? We'll ask Asmir Begovic, who got to play against him, about that. And speaking of the World Cup, David Sandals was in Brazil for the World Cup, and he is back. It is time to talk to Mr. Sandals about his travels. It is time for the injury report, presented by Expert Physio, expertphysio.ca. David, thanks again for joining us. Welcome back to Vancouver, and let's talk about that trip and the World Cup experience. One of those almost once-in-a-lifetime type of opportunities, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty well was. I mean, if you think the next World Cup's in Brazil, and Lord knows, in Russia, and Lord knows where the one after that will be. We'll find out, I guess. I mean, Brazil could be it, and it was absolutely an amazing experience.
What, for you, was the absolute highlight of that? I know you spent a lot of time at Copacabana Beach, but you also got to go to a few matches. What was the ultimate highlight?
You know, when I look back, and there were so many amazing things that I saw, not the least was the Rodriguez goal that everyone talks about. We were in the stadium for that, but it was all the people, all the crazy fans from all over the world that you met, and just being there at the World Cup was a great catalyst just to talk and meet people, and we just met people from everywhere. Aside from that, I think being interviewed on live Fox Sports TV, the interviewer had long blonde hair, Tyler. So, I'm thinking, live TV looked pretty good to me. You got some competition here.
Oh, I would probably take her over me any day of the week, David. Don't worry, I'm not offended by that. But I would agree with when you talk about the people. I've been to 3 World Cups now. The one in Japan for me. As much as there was some great soccer being played on the field, it was the people in Japan that made that tournament so memorable for me. And as much as the games were great that I got to see, it was the people that I think I remember the most.
Yeah, I think that will be my long-standing memory. We met some wonderful Brazilians. We went to some Brazilian family barbecue soccer parties for a couple of games, and they're very warm, friendly, and welcoming people, that's for sure. And they're soccer mad, too.
Of course. David Sandals from Expert Physio joining us here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. David, let's talk some of those injuries. And concussions were probably, I think, the biggest topic, especially at the end of the World Cup, when Christoph Kramer picking up one in the final match. He continued to play. You could tell he wasn't all there. Afterwards saying that he thought that the game started in the second half, doesn't know how he got back to the dressing room or anything, barely remembers winning a World Cup medal. What does FIFA need to do in terms of concussions and concussion protocol?
Yeah, it isn't just concussions. I mean, these seem to be injuries that are happening in what I call the aerial battle in soccer. We seem to be seeing a lot of injuries, from Neymar's back injury to players landing badly, landing on each other. The competition for the ball in the air just seems to have got more and more intense. And these guys, they're fitter, they're faster, they're stronger. And when they're running at each other and colliding in the air, it is causing a lot of problems. I think at some point, if it continues, there needs to be some change in the rules and the way that the ball is competed for in the air, and certainly some change in the way it's refereed. Because we're just seeing more and more of these players being injured at that level.
Do you think, now obviously that's one of the big things, and then with concussions, do you think that FIFA is going to bring in some new rules, perhaps, where you kind of get that time to maybe bring on another player, or just something that makes it safer for these players with those concussions?
Yeah, they may well do that to give people time to an assessment. I mean, we saw today the Vancouver Whitecaps goalie had a very, very quick assessment done, his eye movement, some questions, some balance tests that were done on field by the trainer, physiotherapist who went out there to make sure he was at least able to continue. We didn't see that really in the World Cup, although in the earlier round, one of the Dutch players was withdrawn pretty quickly. But we saw two players continue who were clearly not fit to continue during the World Cup. Not least of which was in the final, as you mentioned. So, for the safety of the player involved, for the other players as well, there may well be something like a blood sub that they have in rugby, where they're allowed to actually substitute the player for a time period that is enough to properly evaluate the player and whether or not he's fit to continue.
Now, meanwhile, one player that didn't quite make it to the final was Angel Di Maria, who is using stem cell therapy to try and get healthy enough to get back into that final. A little bit some controversy about this, and for those who don't know, what exactly is it?
Well, stem cells are little cells that help the body heal. They can be extracted from the person's own body fat. Doesn't look like Di Maria has much body fat, so they may well have taken it from his bone marrow. They're put in a centrifuge and spun so that they can extract the very sort of concentrated sort of amount of stem cells, and they're then injected into the injured area. And the body uses stem cells to repair itself. In theory, these cells attract more of the body's own stem cells to the area to accelerate the creation of new healing tissue. It's somewhat controversial. They don't really know exactly what the therapy is doing in the tissues. There's a lot of anecdotal evidence, word of mouth that is, that it does speed up injury, but there's little in the way of controlled studies right now. 214, the Orthopedic Journal of Sports Medicine, and I quote from it, they said the treatment shows potential for clinical efficacy. However, more clinical evidence is needed, and exposing patients to cell-based therapies could confer unacceptable risk with little or no benefits. And as we saw, it didn't get Di Maria back.
Well, David, appreciate you joining us here. Good to be home. Glad that you made it back safely. We will talk again next week. And thanks again for joining us here on the show.
Yeah, I look forward to it, and look forward to talking to you again next week. Bye for now.
Thanks again. That was David Sandals, physiotherapist at Expert Physio, I think planning his trip already now to Russia, 2018 perhaps. If you care about your health, work with the experts. Convenient clinics in Burnaby Heights and at 8 Rinks. For more information on the services they provide, visit expertphysio.ca. David's fixed me up quite a bit over the last couple of weeks, or well, I guess before he went to the World Cup, but has helped me out in a couple little injury problems that I've had. So Expert Physio definitely knows how to get you back to full health. I highly recommend them. Get them. Visit them today, expertphysio.ca. Get into Kia Vancouver for the No Bull Sales Event with 0% financing up to 84 months and up to $4,000 cash bonuses on select models now at Kia Vancouver, 396 Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon and KiaVancouver.com. Asmir Begovic will join us live from the UK at 11:30, talk about his World Cup experience as well, the upcoming Premier League season for him. Stoke City is his club, but is he going to stay there? Some transfer talk, so we'll find out about that, as well some of his thoughts on playing in the World Cup for Bosnia and Herzegovina. But up next, former Vancouver Whitecaps FC manager Martin Rennie. He's off to South Korea for his next coaching gig. We'll chat to him about that next.
Follow us on Twitter at SoccerTalk650 and at Tyler Green FC. This is Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650.
The 2014 season of EA Sports BC Soccer Premier League. Welcome to the front lines of the game. Welcome to the big league. The one that provides an elevated level of competition for high-performance players within BC and contributes to player development for the Canadian national team and professional opportunities here and abroad. This is where you're going to see the top youth players in action. Catch some of the most intense soccer in the province. EA Sports BC Soccer Premier League. For information and upcoming games, check out bcsoccer.net.
Get into Kia Vancouver for their No Bull sales event with 0% financing up to 84 months and up to $4,000 cash bonuses on select models. Purchase any new Kia before July 31st and get their special Summer in the City package with free car washes for life, free airport shuttle and parking, a 4-piece travel set, and you're automatically entered to win a trip for 2 to Harrison Hot Springs in September. No Bull, now at Kia Vancouver, Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon and KiaVancouver.com.
Not that your stylist at the salon isn't doing a good job, but man, you deserve the big red leather barber chair experience of Barber & Co. Here's how it works. Go to barberandco.ca. Book your appointment at one of the 4 barbershops in Gastown, Yaletown, the Financial District, or Cambie and 18th. You can just walk in, too, and get your hair cut, hot shave, buzz cut, fade, or beard trim experience. A great wedding party idea, too. barberandco.ca.
The Vancouver Street Soccer League isn't out to change the world. Just give the men and women in our homeless communities a chance to play soccer. Regardless of skill, everyone's included in practices and matches with teams from UBC, the Vancouver Police Department, the Vancouver Mayor's Office, and more. The focus is fun, but it builds skill and confidence, and that can change someone's world. Find out more at vancouverstreetsoccer.com.
This message fueled by Duso's Fresh Pasta and Sauce, proud to support community on and off the pitch.
Is that the living room sofa from when we were kids? Got relegated to the rumpus room, then went to college with you, then to my first apartment. Yes, it is. It's so much nicer than I remember.
Surrey Upholstery. You can see why they're the choice of interior decorators and designers.
At Surrey Upholstery, we reuse the solid foundation of your existing furniture, providing custom, quality options for your home.
Remember that old chair the dog claimed? I wonder.
Yes. Find out how you can recycle real retro at surreyupholstery.ca.
We're back. This is Kia Vancouver's Soccer Talk on AM 650. Now broadcasting from the Barber & Co. studios. Here's your host, Tyler Green.
Online at am650radio.com if you're watching us on the webcast. Christina having a flyer today. Visit our friends at Closed Loop Mobile Oil Change. They'll come to you, give your car a tune-up. All you have to do, sit back, chill out, not worry about a thing. Contact closesloopoil.ca. They come directly to your home to maintain your vehicle with warranty-approved parts and fluids. closesloopoil.ca. Don't forget, you can weigh in on tonight's Barber Poll, brought to you by Barber & Co. barberandco.ca. Get the authentic straight razor shave or haircut, whatever you need. Hit up barberandco.ca. I hit him up last week. Gonna hit him up again. Get a fresh cut for a wedding. But the barber poll today. How do you rate the Whitecaps this season? Tweet us your thoughts at SoccerTalk650 at Tyler Green FC. Simon and I will get into that in a couple minutes. But first, let's chat with a guy who knows all about the Whitecaps, former Whitecaps head coach Martin Rennie, who is the newest manager in South Korea with second division side Seoul Eland FC, and he's joining us now on the program for our Kia Vancouver showroom interview. Martin, thanks for joining us, and this new move, pretty exciting for you.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I kind of enjoyed having a little break. It's the first break I've had for a long time since I started coaching, but now kind of that time to reassess and learn and grow is kind of get my energy back as well as kind of passed, and had a couple different things I could have done, but this is the one that kind of got me the most interested and most excited about, and so I'm really happy to be getting into it.
Well, we'll talk about how it came about, but you mentioned one of the things that it was the most interesting one. What was it about this role that really got you interested?
Well, first of all, it's there's a company called Eland, the Eland Group, which is about a $10 billion a year company that own the team, and their vision is to make it one of the biggest or the biggest team in Asia if they can. So that interested me. And then also their vision and values for how they run their company resonate with me in terms of how you build a culture and how you value people and how you make something grow and how you make it successful. And then I went and visited them for a week and traveled around and saw where I'd be living and where I'd be working and who I'd be working with. And all those things added up. It just felt that it would be too good an opportunity to pass by. And I think if I hadn't done it, I would always be looking back and wondering, I wonder what would have happened if I'd done that. You know, obviously I've loved coaching in North America, and I've been very fortunate to get to the MLS level, and certainly I'll keep that door very open for the future. But this is a different opportunity, a different chance to learn and to experience a different culture, be around different players, learn a whole new market. And in the future, you know, for me as a young coach, those experiences, I believe, you know, in Europe, in North America, and now in Asia, are things that can just really help me grow and learn and give me a chance to coach and all being well, be successful for a long time.
Can you yet, or are you starting lessons yet, Korean lessons?
I can't speak any Korean yet, that's for sure. But no, I do need to do that. Obviously, there'll be a translator working with me. I think, first of all, we'll have to translate from Scottish to English and then Korean. But I'm looking forward to that challenge as well. I think sometimes when you actually live in a country, it's a little bit easier to learn because you're surrounded by it every day. And I think that I'm not saying it'll be easy, but I look forward to doing that.
We're speaking with Martin Rennie here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650 radio in Vancouver. Martin, this job in Korea with Eland, still sort of that tentative name that they've haven't quite come up with yet. But how did it all come about? Where did it all start for you?
I think the first part of it was just whether I was interested in it or not, and the person who asked me that was YP Lee, who obviously lives over there and spends time here as well, but is obviously a huge name and well-known person over there, quite rightly so because of the career he's had, but probably even more because of the person he is. And then after that, a delegation of, I think, about 4 people came and visited me here in Vancouver, and we spent a couple of days, you know, meeting and talking and discussing things. And then they invited me over there, and as I said earlier, I spent about a week there meeting all the key people, the owner of the company, the vice chairperson, and so on and so forth. And after the end of that, both parties were excited enough about making it happen.
Are we going to see any familiar faces on the touchline alongside you, or is this going to be a brand new cast of assistant coaches possibly?
Yeah, you know what? I haven't really thought about it too much yet because I don't start there. Well, the team isn't going to be around until probably January, so I don't need staff until then. So my first kind of priority is doing all the things I need to do to round things off well here. And then once I get on that plane to get over there, then I'll really start thinking about that more. And obviously, there's people who I've worked with before who are very good and who I can certainly see myself working with again. And there's other people who I know who could be good candidates as well. So I just need to take my time on that. And the good thing is I've got a fair bit of time to make that decision.
Obviously, culture shock is probably one of the bigger challenges that you might face. So what are some of the other things that you think may be a challenge both on and off the field?
Well, I've got to learn the league. I've got to get to know the players. I've got to learn about Asian football, soccer. I need to, put my time in watching videos, going to games, getting to know the contacts and the key people there. So that's the same in any league, at any club. Those are things that I've done elsewhere. So I need to do that. I need to learn about the travel and where the games will be and all those kind of things. And it's definitely different. But I think I'm someone who's kind of had an adventurous streak to myself, and I gave up a good opportunity and a good set of conditions in Scotland to give soccer a try in North America, and I was fortunate that worked out well for me, and certainly had a couple of moves there, and so this is a new challenge and a new chapter, and of course there'll be a lot to learn, but I think as long as you're open-minded and you've got a mentality of growing and learning from situations, then I think you can enjoy wherever you are. And I've always been happy and enjoyed wherever I've lived, and I'm sure I'll like it over in Seoul as well.
This is the Kia Vancouver showroom interview, 396 Southwest Marine Drive or KiaVancouver.com on the internet. We're talking with Martin Rennie here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. Martin, obviously you want to win the league. You want to get as high as possible in this league. But what has the club told you about their ambitions, and what are your ambitions for this team?
Well, I think in any team, in any league, you want to be the best. You want to put together a team that can develop over time and that can become stronger and stronger. We want to be able to develop players that can move on to other countries if necessary, who can be sold and developed by our own system. But we want to be an attacking team, an exciting team. I think we did a lot of those things throughout my career so far as a coach. Most of the teams I've coached have been amongst the top goal scorers, and I've had the top goal scorer in a number of the teams. And we want to do things like that and make it entertaining and a team that people come out to watch. But we want to win. We want to be successful. We want to be up at the top of the league. And throughout my coaching career, for the vast majority of it, that's what's happened. I've been fortunate to win league titles and championships and so on. And so that's what I want to do over there.
Martin Rennie joining us here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. Martin, you did move over to North America to coach. Now you're going to Korea. Is this the boldest coaching move you've ever made?
Yeah, maybe. I mean, I think each move at the time seems like a big move, and I think there's always a little bit of unknown going into any situation. But probably this would be, because obviously it's a different culture, it's a different language, and a lot of things I have to learn about. But that's probably what makes it most exciting as well. And I think when you've made moves like I have, then it has to be something like this to kind of make it an adventure, I suppose, and I kind of look at it like that.
Martin, appreciate you taking some time out here on the Saturday night to join us. All the best in the new adventure that you're going to take part in, and I hope to catch up with you down the road to find out exactly how things are going over in Korea.
Yeah, no problem. It's good to catch up with you, and I plan to keep everyone up to date with what I'm doing through my website, Rennie Coaching, and through Twitter, but I plan to kind of blog on what's going on over there, because it's a market that a lot of people are interested in but don't have a lot of access to. So I think there'll be a good chance for me to let people know how it's going there and let people stay up to date with it all.
Martin, again, thanks for joining us.
No problem. Thank you.
Thanks again, Martin Rennie, joining us here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk for the Kia Showroom interview, 396 Southwest Marine Drive, KiaVancouver.com. And when Martin Rennie heads over there, we'll chat again with him right here on the show to talk about his next adventure. And he sounds pretty excited about it. And it's like I told him off the air, it is something that I would probably never do myself. But good on him for going in and taking on that kind of experience and that type of role.
It's interesting how, in the world of soccer, there are coaches out there that seem to almost thrive or look to do something where they're almost able to coach anywhere in the world and do so many different things. Bora Milutinovic is probably one guy that comes to mind of all the different national teams he's coached over the years, of a guy that loves as much the globe trotting of it all with it, and for someone like Martin, it may not necessarily have been his career plan when he went into coaching that it would come through all the levels of North America and then suddenly lead himself to the Far East. But I think it's a fantastic opportunity. It sounds like he's going to a very ambitious club. If they get into the top flight, it is probably one of the stronger domestic leagues in the Far East. And the Asian Champions League has become an increasingly more important competition there. It incorporates all the clubs from the Australian A-League and the Japanese J-League and all of those things. And, of course, the Korean K-League sides do very well in that from the top flight. So to have a chance to get immersed in all of that, I think will be quite exciting for him. But, yeah, it'll be a very different change and a cultural one as well for him.
That was, of course, Martin Rennie joining us on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. And Simon, it's pretty fun. It's going to be exciting to see what he can do. And as he mentioned, he had opportunities here in North America to stick around and coach, but there was something that he saw in that Korean side that he liked, that he wanted to go and accomplish. And hey, he's going he's going globe-trotting, and somebody who was globe-trotting. As we switch gears, we'll talk some World Cup. He was down in Brazil. We'll talk about that experience, the World Cup experience of one Asmir Begovic, who played for Bosnia and Herzegovina in Brazil, in just a minute. But before we do that, let's go with the BC Soccer Bulletin.
Here's what's happening throughout the province with the BC Soccer Bulletin. Make sure you don't miss the next chance to see Canada's women's national team play at BC Place. Tickets are now on sale for the October 28th match versus Japan. For more information and to sign up for priority access to the FIFA Women's World Cup Canada 2015, visit bcsoccer.net. If you are interested in becoming a referee, BC Soccer is hosting referee clinics throughout the province in the month of July. Find out more and sign up for these clinics at refcenter.com/BC. That was the BC Soccer Bulletin. To find out more information about these events and on how to become more involved with the beautiful game, visit bcsoccer.net.
This is Kia Vancouver's Soccer Talk on AM 650. Follow us on Twitter at Soccer Talk 650 and at Tyler Green FC.
Whether playing soccer on this continent or football on every other, Umbro is the name worn by top players and teams worldwide. Those same uniforms are available for your team or club at umbro.com. Umbro, proud to be the official supplier of Canada's men's and women's national teams, is celebrating 90 years of expertise in the game. If you want your club to play like the pros, dress them like the pros at umbro.com. Umbro, the heart and soul of football.
The 2014 season of EA Sports BC Soccer Premier League. Welcome to the front lines of the game. Welcome to the big league. The one that provides an elevated level of competition for high-performance players within BC and contributes to player development for the Canadian national team and professional opportunities here and abroad. This is where you're going to see the top youth players in action. Catch some of the most intense soccer in the province. EA Sports BC Soccer Premier League. For information and upcoming games, check out bcsoccer.net.
Get into Kia Vancouver for their No Bull sales event with 0% financing up to 84 months and up to $4,000 cash bonuses on select models. Purchase any new Kia before July 31st and get their special Summer in the City package with free car washes for life, free airport shuttle and parking, a 4-piece travel set, and you're automatically entered to win a trip for 2 to Harrison Hot Springs in September. No Bull, now at Kia Vancouver, Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon and KiaVancouver.com.
Held high above the heads of soccer supporters everywhere, the soccer scarf is a world-class icon of support, and Global Scarves can turn it into a high-profit, high-visibility, high-spirited fundraising idea for your club, organization, or school. Global Scarves has been producing high-quality, UK-knitted soccer scarves for over 40 years. They offer low prices for fundraising groups with no sacrifice on quality. A welcome change from chocolate. Find out more about Global Scarves. Contact Brad at globalscarves.com or visit globalscarves.com.
BC is better on a boat, and Boating BC is a community of boating professionals and enthusiasts who want to share it with you. Visit boatingbc.ca to meet members who can answer all your boating questions from buying to sailing. Before you get out on the water, get online to boatingbc.ca, the voice of recreational boating in BC and engine of the Vancouver International Boat Show. Join Boating BC on AM 650's Boomer Life this Tuesday at 6.
Other Tuesday Boomer Life sponsors include Abacan and Associates.
This is Kia Vancouver's Soccer Talk on AM 650. Now broadcasting from the Barber & Co. studios. Here's your host, Tyler Green.
Get into Kia Vancouver for their No Bulls sales event and 0% financing up to 84 months and up to $4,000 cash bonuses on select models now at Kia Vancouver, 396 Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon, KiaVancouver.com. Whitecaps draw Real Salt Lake at Rio Tinto Stadium. 1-1 the final there. Got a lucky on that PK call, but probably the just result that Real Salt Lake got a goal back. And we'll give you the final cut in about 15 minutes time from now. But first, let's talk some World Cup with a man who was in some matches there. Asmir Begovic joins us now on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. Asmir, we've talked before, but the first time on the new show here. Thanks again for joining me.
No, thanks for having me. Pleasure to be on the show.
Now, let's start off with that World Cup experience. Obviously playing, let's take it back all the way to that final qualifying match where you found out hey, we've qualified for the World Cup. What's going through your mind as you're a possibility to make that final roster to head to Brazil?
Yeah, I mean, that was a pretty cool moment. Very, very special moment in my career. A lot of hard work went into that, and I think a lot of relief for the guys too. We've been under pressure for the last few years to qualify and bring some joy to the nation. So we finally did it, and it was a lot of relief, happiness, and joy. So quite overwhelming, really, but it was just a great feeling to know that we're going to be going to a World Cup, and we were very excited at the time as well.
Now, obviously, you get to walk out onto that pitch in the first game. What's going through your mind as you're coming out the tunnel?
Again, just a lot of different emotions. I mean, like you said, it's a lifetime worth of work and effort and dedication to get to that kind of moment, and what a special moment it was. I mean, we also played the opening game to Maracanã in Rio, first ever game at a World Cup, so against Argentina. So the whole setting just couldn't get any better than that, and it was just a fantastic moment. One where you kind of have to smile to yourself a little bit and just almost as well pinch yourself to see if it was real. But it was a fantastic moment, and like I said, another moment that I won't forget for the rest of my career.
No, obviously it wasn't the result you wanted in the end. You guys knocked out at the group stage of play. Read an interview where he said it was basically an own goal and a Lionel Messi goal that really kind of knocked you out of the competition there. Does it kind of leave a bitter taste in your mouth knowing that you could have done more, or does it drive you on for bigger things moving forward now?
Mm-hmm. Well, to be honest, it's a little bit of everything. I think the majority of it, though, is we're trying to look on the positive side of everything. We went to our first ever major tournament. Obviously, we had to learn each and every day about the whole experience and how to conduct ourselves and how to go about our business at such a major stage. So it was a huge learning curve for us all, and I think we can use that as a learning experience and motivation as well to obviously do better in other tournaments. We use it as motivation to qualify for other tournaments because we want more of these type of events. It was fantastic to be part of everything, and just a buzz, an atmosphere around all of Brazil was something that was worth being at the tournament alone. So we definitely had a great time. Thankfully we scored our first goals. We had our first win, so we've accomplished something at the World Cup. Obviously, our major goal was to get out of the group and into the knockout stages, which wasn't meant to be. And we'll learn from our mistakes. We'll learn which things we could have done differently, and I think hopefully the whole experience will make us a lot better as a whole team and as a whole nation.
We're speaking with Asmir Begovic, who've played goalkeeper for Bosnia and Herzegovina at the World Cup here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk. My name's Tyler Green. Alongside me, Simon Fudge.
Yeah, Asmir, the time in Brazil and to be part of that event and football showpiece event, what does that give you in terms of your focus now when you see Russia 2018, 4 years from now, as being the number one goalkeeper with Bosnia-Herzegovina?
Well, like I said, Brazil's given us a taste. We just want to start now to really establish ourselves on the world stage and as one of the better footballing countries in the world. We need to try and qualify for Euro 2016. That's another major tournament we want to be part of, and trying to be at this stage regularly. I think that's our next goal, and that's given us the hunger. I think obviously the World Cup in Brazil is a little bit extra special, because it's in Brazil and probably the home of football, but no matter what, even if it's in Russia in 4 years' time, it'll be a fantastic event and highlight in anyone's career. So we'll have more motivation, and hopefully we'll be able to get to another major tournament and enjoy that experience as well.
You touched on Euros 2016. You're in a qualifying Group B with Belgium, Israel, Wales, Cyprus, and Andorra. Some tricky games there when you go through them. Obviously, Belgium will be probably your stiffest opponent, but looking at the whole campaign to try and qualify for France, it does look challenging.
It is challenging. I think it's one of the tougher groups in qualifying. I mean, to be honest, now games all around the world are becoming more difficult. I think everyone's progressing in the game and everyone's getting better, so the challenges are a lot tougher than maybe before. And our group as well is looking tough. I think we've got the first 4 games, which are towards the end of this year, are going to be big 4 games for us, and that's going to tell us where we're going to stand maybe towards the end. So we need to hit the ground running, and hopefully we can pick up a few points in the first few games to really give us a good start and hopefully propel us to qualifying for the tournament. But it's not going to be easy at all. We've got different challenges. I mean, every team presents a different kind of challenge for us. So it's one we're looking forward to. I think we, like I said, the pressure's on us to qualify now. I think the expectation level is a little bit higher after what we've done in the last qualifying phase and obviously getting to major tournaments. So we need to continue to perform and involve as a team.
Your club, Stoke City, had a tremendous season last year in the EPL. Finished 9th, 50 points taken from 38 games, and you had a bit of a slight change because of the managerial change going to Mark Hughes from Tony Pulis. Give me your thoughts of the way that all sort of happened and worked out, and really did prove to the benefit of the Potters.
Yeah, I mean, definitely. I think obviously about a year ago, we were probably just in need of a change, just ready to turn the page. I think the manager that came in, and Mark Hughes, was a terrific choice. And from the first day we started working with him, we really clicked and really enjoyed working for him. We shared his philosophies, and we really wanted to do well for him. I think obviously maybe in the first half of the season we couldn't quite get the results to back that up. I think we were close to where we wanted to be. Little things were missing. We were making certain mistakes that I guess is part of a change like that, and part of learning new theories and learning new philosophies. But as the season went on, we really got to the grips with everything and really started to show our capabilities and perform to the levels that we know we could. And things came together nicely. And we had our highest ever points total in the Premier League, highest ever finish. So last season was definitely a successful one. But I think we've still got the hunger to progress again this year. We've made some great additions to the team. I think we've got a stronger team this year than we did last year. And with the help of a year's transition with a new manager, I think we can hopefully hit the ground running this year and not have that transitional period. So it's a season we're very much looking forward to.
Asmir Begovic joining us here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650 Radio in Vancouver. Asmir, you get to play Aston Villa in the opening matchup of the Premier League season on August 16th, about a month from now. How important is it to kind of get off on a winning feel at home and sort of get that preseason under your belt and get that first game under your belt and sort of switch focus from a World Cup game and all that international talk and all that kind of stuff and back into club play?
Yeah, well, I think it's huge. Obviously, starting the season at home is a big bonus, and we always want to make a great start in front of our own home fans. It puts you on the right foot right away, but it's going to be difficult. It's after a very tough side, and we've got some tough games coming up after that. So I think we're looking forward to the whole challenge and everything that's waiting us for next season. We want to hit the ground running. I think we also didn't have the best of starts last year, and we want to change that this year to maybe really kick on and see how high we can finish this upcoming season. So we're looking forward to the start. Always looking forward to the first game. It's an exciting weekend. The Premier League being back is always going to be amazing. So I think we're all looking forward to it.
What are the expectations for Stoke City this season, having achieved what the team achieved last year?
Well, I think the main thing is your progression. I think every year you go into a season, you want to do better than last and try to keep the club moving forward. There's a lot of ambitious people, the chairman, chief executive, people behind the scenes, the managers, and the players, all ambitious, trying to progress as individuals and as a team. So we want to keep pushing forward and see what we can do. I think if we play to our capabilities and with the new guys that we've signed, if we can play together as a team and really gel together, then I don't see a reason why we can't progress again and kick on again. That would be nice. But saying that, the first and foremost thing you have to do is get to 40 points. Make sure you ensure Premier League football for another season. You can't get too ahead of yourself. You look at like last year, some established teams go down and things. You can't get too ahead of yourself. So we know that's the first goal, first and foremost. But after that, we'll try and push on even more.
Asmir, switching it back here a little bit to the World Cup. What type of things can you take from that World Cup experience that you can bring back to the club and use there?
Well, I think as a player, you make yourself a little bit stronger as a player. You use that whole experience of playing at the world's biggest stage as a new experience to make yourself better as a player. I think that's the main thing. Having a new experience, it's huge. Getting to play in bigger games and in games in the world's biggest stage is something that makes you better as a whole player. And I'm just kind of taking that on as something I've learned there, and obviously taking it on further to use the motivation to continue to get better and wanting to get to the world's biggest stage once again. So I think you look at it both ways, and I was excited for the whole experience, and it was definitely an amazing experience and something that I'll take with me moving forward.
We know Messi beats you on a goal, wins the golden ball. Do you think he was deserved of the trophy in the end? And do you think that Germany was probably the best team in the tournament overall?
Yeah, I think it's not by fluke that Germany wins it. Obviously, if you play 7 games and you get the results in the 7 games, you win a tournament, you definitely deserve to win it. Lionel Messi, when we played him, he is magical. I mean, I'm not sure about his whole work rate on and off the ball, but when he does get the ball, he does do some magical things. He makes things happen for him. I think he was a key player for them. I think Argentina this year had a bit of a different philosophy, being more solid and defensively solid. I'm not sure how that played into Messi's hand, but he was a special player. I think overall over the tournament, there's probably at least 4 or 5 guys that probably deserve it of such a trophy. I think it's a difficult choice for FIFA and people who are involved in making those kind of decisions. And I'm not saying Lionel Messi is not deserving, but I'm sure there's other guys who deserve it too. So it's a tough choice, and unfortunately, you can't give the trophy to 4 or 5 players, but you have to make a choice for one. But most importantly, I think the best team in the end won and deserved it. So.
You're listening to Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk here on AM 650 Radio. We're speaking with Asmir Begovic. My name's Tyler Green, Simon Fudge as well. Asmir, when you look back at this World Cup tournament, what's the one souvenir that you brought back with you, whether it was something in-game or out of game? Let's go with one of both. Something that you got while you played and something that you just picked up as a souvenir.
I picked, first of all, on field, I took obviously my jersey from the Argentina game back, had the whole team signing it, and being our first ever game, I think that's a special memoir to have. What I'm going to do with it, I'm not sure. And off the field, what did I bring? I bought a pair of flip-flops from Havana, so they're very very traditional over there, I guess. So I bought a pair of them, which was quite nice.
Was it a pair of Havaianas from the source?
Yeah. Well, there was actually a proper store. They had all the. They didn't have my size, unfortunately, the Bosnian ones, but they had all 32 teams in different Havanas. So I just took a black pair, and so that was quite fitting buying one of those in Brazil. So I thought I'd treat myself.
Did you trade jerseys with anybody? Do goalkeepers do that? I know that a lot of the outfield players do, but do goalkeepers trade jerseys with anybody?
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure we do. Obviously, I wanted to keep both of my Argentina ones. That was special. I mean, I didn't quite want to swap them because we only got two each game, and right. But I did end up swapping with my teammate Peter and Wingy after the Nigeria game, even though he scored on me, the little devil. But yeah, we still remain friends, and we swapped shirts after. That was pretty cool.
Well, Asmir, I appreciate you waking up early over at home and joining us here on the show, and appreciate it. And hopefully we can catch up with you again very soon.
No, that sounds good. Listen, I appreciate you guys having me, and greetings to everyone back in Canada.
Thanks again. Asmir Begovic joining us here on Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650 Radio, talking about his World Cup experiences over there. And, as much as it's disappointing that he decided to go back to Bosnia and play for Bosnia and focus away from Canada, you still got to appreciate the talent and the skill that he has to get as far as he did, and play in a World Cup, and that's great news, and all the better to him.
Yeah, and I think I remember as well. He was a major reason why they got to the World Cup. Mm-hmm. I think the fact that his growth as a goalkeeper to where he is now playing in the English Premier League. When you looked at that Bosnia squad, he is one of the big pieces in that team. I mean, they've got some other very useful players as well, but big piece. And if they can qualify for Euro 2016, they could be quite a force to be reckoned with as well, I think. And I've talked to Asmir on many occasions over the years, and so happy that he was able to join us again. And we'll definitely track him down again during the Premier League season at some point. And, of course, throughout the World Cup, our coverage throughout the tournament has been brought to you by the Donnelly Group. Visit them at donnellygroup.ca. The World Cup, Simon, it's over. It's over, unfortunately. But visit the donnellygroup.ca because soccer continues, especially at many of their pubs, whether it's a Whitecaps match or whether you're a fan of the Premier League.
Visit donnoigroup.ca to find out which pub is right for you, which supporter groups are where, and where you should go. donnoigroup.ca. I don't think, actually, that there's I could be wrong. There could be a Stoke City supporters group here in Vancouver. If there is, let us know. Let me know. Tweet me at Tyler Green FC. But I don't think there's a Donnelly Group pub that hosts the Stoke City supporters groups just yet.
Not that I know of, but we're just inside a month from the new season starting, so I would say there's still plenty of time for something to happen.
Get on the bandwagon. Get in there. DonnellyGroup.ca. Thanks again to the Donnelly Group for sponsoring all our World Cup coverage throughout the tournament. A quick timeout here. We're back in a minute with the final cut, and of course, the segment nobody wants to miss. It's called Hot Fudge, and it is next.
Follow us on Twitter at Soccer Talk 650 and at Tyler Green FC. This is Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650.
The Straight Razor Shave, a leading man classic. Steady hand coaxing the rugged face back to smoothness. This nearly lost art has found revival at Barber & Co. Hot towels, straight edge blade, and your face. It's an experience that reminds you you're alive. You're a man in the company of history's finest men. Start at barberandco.ca. Pick your barber shop in Yaletown, Gastown, the Financial District, or Cambie and 18th, and relax into the big leather chair for the shave of your life.
Pain or injury slowing you down? Take it to the choice of many top athletes, Expert Physio. Serving the Lower Mainland for over 35 years, the team at Expert Physio is dedicated to individualized care with specialized services such as orthotics, acupuncture, IMS, plus dizziness, pelvic floor, and certified hand therapies. Over 300 physicians referred to Expert Physio last year, and 100% of patients surveyed said they choose Expert Physio again. You're in good hands with Expert Physio. Burnaby Heights or at 8 Rinks, expertphysio.ca.
Whether playing soccer on this continent or football on every other, Umbro is the name worn by top players and teams worldwide. Those same uniforms are available for your team or club at umbro.com. Umbro, proud to be the official supplier of Canada's men's and women's national teams, is celebrating 90 years of expertise in the game. If you want your club to play like the pros, dress them like the pros at umbro.com. Umbro, the heart and soul of football.
Get into Kia Vancouver for their No Bull sales event with 0% financing up to 84 months and up to $4,000 cash bonuses on select models. Purchase any new Kia before July 31st and get their special Summer in the City package with free car washes for life, free airport shuttle and parking, a 4-piece travel set, and you're automatically entered to win a trip for 2 to Harrison Hot Springs in September. No Bull, now at Kia Vancouver, Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon and KiaVancouver.com.
The truth is, you just don't know what to do anymore. You worry about mom or dad being home alone. You worry if they're eating, if they're getting out, if they're lonely. Retirement Concepts is here to tell you seniors living isn't what it used to be. It's all about a balance of chef-inspired good meals, good friends, and beautiful accommodations.
Join us for a complimentary meal and personal visit. Go to retirementconcepts.com to find a retirement community close to you.
So nice to come home to. retirementconcepts.com.
You need money. You own your home. I need money. I own my home. Meet Get Acceptance. Online or on the phone. Not like a bank. No, it's a simple application. Credit check? Nope. No need for a credit check or income history. And approvals take about 24 hours. I need the money for... It doesn't matter what you need the money for. Need $15,000? $50,000. Or $300,000. Go to Get Acceptance. And get accepted. Get Acceptance. When you can't bank on the banks, go to getthatloan.ca. Some conditions apply.
Back. This is Kia Vancouver's Soccer Talk on AM 650. Now broadcasting from the Barber & Co. studios. Here's your host, Tyler Green.
Hey, right now, get into Kia Vancouver for their No Bull sales event with 0% financing up to 84 months and up to $4,000 cash bonuses on select models now at Kia Vancouver, 396 Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon and KiaVancouver.com.
Oh, baby. Hot Fudge with Simon Fudge.
Time for a soccer-related hot fudge, and I highly recommend all you soccer lovers out there, if you're still starving for some kind of World Cup-related tournament to go to, it's the 35th annual Nations Cup that's been happening all this weekend in Richmond. All the games, most of them at the Hugh Boyd Complex. Go see them in action tomorrow. It starts in the morning at around 9:30. All the finals go in the afternoon. Really important tournaments. A lot of best local players play in this in the summertime. They represent the countries of their origin. It's been well supported over the years, so highly recommend that you go to the Nations Cup tomorrow.
Time now for the final cut, brought to you by Barber & Co. On Twitter at Barber & Co. We're broadcasting from the Barber & Co. studios, by the way. 4 full-service barbershops for your big haircut, hot shave, buzz cut, fade, and beard trim. Get the ultimate barbershop experience. 4 locations to serve you in Gastown, Yaletown, the Financial District, or the new location at Cambie and 18th, barberandco.ca. And for the final cut today, our poll question was, how do you feel about the Whitecaps just over the midway point of the season? And for me, the point totals, just not good enough. You look, it's the second worst point total in their short history. The first year was a write-off for the Vancouver Whitecaps. But, this year, so far, 27 points through 19 games. In 2013, they had 32. In 2012, they had 30 points. They've only made the preseason, or the postseason, once. They've never won the Amway Canadian Champion. They haven't lifted that Voyageurs Cup to head to Champions League. They've won a Mickey Mouse Cup, and they won a Cascadia Cup, which to me they're good for bragging rights, especially the Cascadia Cup, but really it doesn't get you anything. So it's time for the Whitecaps to step their game up. We talked about it earlier, Simon and I, about the potential. It's now time for these players to start living up to the potential. They've had games under their belt. Now it's time to take that next step and for that potential to come to fruition.
Trophies in the trophy cabinet. If that is how you judge the team that you support, then you must have an expectation that your team is going to get to the promised land and put those trophies in that trophy cabinet. And as far as I have ever been aware with the Vancouver Whitecaps, certainly from the moment they became an MLS franchise, that has been one of their high priorities. It's what I would want to know, and I think it's important for fans to certainly give us their feedback on, is if that is equally as important to them. And at the end of the day, you can talk about potential, but is it going to turn into silverware at the end of the day?
And Brett B, Caps are inconsistent, enjoying Leverone, and Mitchell looking for a finisher. You get the final cut, the final say, and with it, a gift certificate to the Gastown location for Barber & Co. Congratulations, Brett. You're walking away with a haircut from the boys down at Barber & Co. For the crew here at Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk, including executive producer Christina, contributor Simon Fudge, the greatest man in radio producing history, Greg the Hammer Ballack, bringing in the Chinese food. Thank you, Greg. Brilliant work today. And special thanks to Thomas Rage and Fred Anko for their continued support. My name's Tyler Green. Thank you for listening. If you missed the program or want to hear part of the program, you can download the podcast at am650radio.com. Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk returns next Saturday at 10. We will preview the Whitecaps and FC Dallas. It is right here on AM650 Radio in Vancouver. Petulia Clark is next.
This is Kia Vancouver Soccer Talk on AM 650. Follow us on Twitter at Soccer Talk 650 and at Tyler Green FC.
Get into Kia Vancouver for their No Bull sales event with 0% financing up to 84 months and up to $4,000 cash bonuses on select models. Purchase any new Kia before July 31st and get their special Summer in the City package with free car washes for life, free airport shuttle and parking, a 4-piece travel set, and you're automatically entered to win a trip for 2 to Harrison Hot Springs in September. No Bull, now at Kia Vancouver, Southwest Marine Drive at Yukon and KiaVancouver.com.
It was true Italy. Every weekend, the Dussault family gathered to share laughter and plates of homemade pasta. So when the Dussault brothers came to Canada, rather than become homesick for the good times, they opened Dussault's on Granville Island. A generation later, the Dussaults are still creating authentic, home-style Italian pasta and sauce from natural ingredients. Great carbs and quick, healthy meals. Official pasta of the Vancouver Canucks and Vancouver Whitecaps FC. Look for Dussault's fresh pasta and sauce at your local grocery store. Visit Dussault's, DUSOS.com.
Vancouver Street Soccer League is the beautiful game at its finest. Teams of men and women who are homeless, have recently been homeless, or are at risk for homelessness get together to train and play matches. It's great fun that builds skill and confidence, and the league sent players to 4 consecutive Homeless World Cups in Milan, Rio de Janeiro, Paris, Mexico City, and Poland. Find out more at VancouverStreetSoccer.com.
This message fueled by Dussault's fresh pasta and sauce. Proud to support community on and off the pitch.
Pain or injury slowing you down? Take it to the choice of many top athletes, Expert Physio. Serving the Lower Mainland for over 35 years, the team at Expert Physio is dedicated to individualized care with specialized services such as orthotics, acupuncture, IMS, plus dizziness, pelvic floor, and certified hand therapies. Over 300 physicians referred to Expert Physio last year, and 100% of patients surveyed said they choose Expert Physio again. You're in good hands with Expert Physio. Burnaby Heights or at 8 Rinks, expertphysio.ca.
There's no better time to celebrate your curves than summer. And there's no better time to save on stunning plus-size fashions than right now at Fashion Edition 14 Plus. Right now, save up to 60% on the most chic summer styles. Amazing colors, top designers, and beautiful fabrics, all tailored to have you turning heads and moving with confidence. Save with style and celebrate your curves during the summer sale at Fashion Edition 14 Plus in Vancouver, Langley, and South Surrey.
Wendy's presents the $4.99 Night Owl Combo.
Welcome to Wendy's. Can I take your order?
I'm so excited the $4.99 Night Owl Combo is back that I became the Night Owl.
I see that. Nice costume.
I stayed up all day making it.
Oh, the tights are a nice touch.
The Wendy's $4.99 Night Owl Combo with a Dave's Hot and Juicy Cheeseburger, small fries, and drink. Taxes extra. Available after 9 p.m. all summer long at participating Wendy's. Now that's better.
They're not tights. They're meggings.
Man leggings?
No, meggings.